Hi all, welcome to BRR Knowledge Center. In this session, we'll talk about how to deploy .NET 6 Web API with the Docker. So these days, I think as part of DevOps, we used to make APIs or applications with the Dockerization containers, and then we are pulling those Dockerization images and we are using it. So what is Docker basically? So Docker is a containerization platform, meaning that it enables you to package your entire project or application to images and that run them as separate containers and that run them as a separate containers in any platform. That means you can run in any Windows operating system or any Unix operating system or any Mac OS operating systems. So it negates the classic. So it works on my computer. Argument as a Docker images contains everything needed for the app to run. So let's get into this .NET 6 Web API right away and see like how we are going to Dockerize this .NET 6 Web API using a Docker. The prerequisites for this making of Docker for .NET 6.0 Web API was .NET 6 SDK that should be installed in your system, and Docker should be installed if it is in Windows or Linux. It must be installed. So I'm going to demonstrate this Dockerizing of Web API using Windows operating system. Then you must install the Docker for desktop machine on Windows. Let me get into this and showcase like how it is going to work. This is my Docker, which I'm running in my local and doesn't have any images or containers right away. And if you install it, it must be in the running state. And you can see here it is running. So then go back to your .NET 6.0 Web API, which we have created previously. And what is this? You build and see like how it is working. And if you build this .NET build and it is going to build successfully build it, and then .NET run, and it is going to tell about the application stats. Like if you go on browse this and how it is working, I think API, this is my locations. Yep, it is working fine as it is returning locations here, and it is very good for now. We can, I think, go ahead locations and get location, and also I think weather forecast also it is coming part of this. Fine, so my API is working fine. And go to your this thing and stop running this API and go back to this sample API folder. Try to add a new file here. I think I already having it. So the correct procedure was just add a Docker file here, Docker file, and this is how you will need to add it. So if you have a correct plugin in Visual Studio, it will indicate the Docker image here. Docker pic is showing before your file, and that way I think you can say that this is a Docker file being added to your system. Now in this Docker file, you need to add all the required images here. For first thing was I need to install or pull my .NET SDK image from public GitHub. So then this image was name was mco.microsoft.com/.NET SDK, and this is the 6.0 version I'm working, and I named it as build env. And then I'm specifying working directory here, this one. So this was the first step, and next one is I think you copy everything you require, right? So for this, what you need to do is copy this to this folder, current working folder, and then restore as distinct layers, distinct layers or files. So for that you need to run .NET. Command was restore, so that it will copy the required stuff here. Restore, it's fine. And then you need to say a publish path for the .NET. So uh, build and publish a release. And for this, what you have to do is you need to say that run .NET publish minus c release. The output path was out, the same current working folder. And then you need to build an image here, build a runtime image. This is a crucial. So here so far I'm pulling my SDK as it is, but it may have a MB size, more size in MB, but I wanted to build compressed format of here. Again, I'm saying mcr.microsoft.com slash ASP.NET. I need only runtime here, not complete stuff. And my working directory, again, I'm specifying slash app, and I'm copying all from the build environment to my app out. This is the folder which are storing. And then you specify entry point, like how it is going to start. And that would be with the command .NET. And you say your DLL. Here my DLL was sample API.dll. So that's it. This is all about my now I think copying everything here, and I can say this also comment pulling the .NET 6 SDK. So first one, I'm pulling my .NET 6.0 SDK and setting working directory here, and I'm copying everything into my current folder, that is app. And then I'm running .NET restore here to restore the distinct files or layers. And then building and publish the release here, that it will publish to publish files, and then build runtime image with again the runtime of SDK 6.0. This time I'm using ASP.NET, which is having a compressed size, and I'm happy with that, and working directory, and then copying from build environment to app out into current directory. And my entry point was this entry point, and save this. And before running this, I think you must add one more file, that is ignoring of bin and obj files. Just docker ignore. So this is the file where it is ignoring the unnecessary files here. For now, I think we are adding a bin. Within the bin files, I'm not including in the Docker image, and also object obj folder files also. Just save this file and try to run your command here, docker and build. This is the first command you need to run, and -t, and here you need to specify your image here. That image must be docker container or your docker hub repository name, and slash, and then name must be case sensitive, small cases you need to mention it. My docker hub was docker 3387, and where my docker files are being stored in the docker hub, and I'm saying sample API dot, and hit enter. You load my data for ASP.NET is having a problem. Oh, I missed here .NET folder. I need to mention that. Now try for the same command. Now it started building your image for the given sample API, and once it is done, it will say you that image was created. So as I already told you, so now you just press Docker images. It tells you like what is the image it was created here. This is the Docker dokerization sample API latest. This is the ID it was created. And as I told you, like, containers are the same as virtual machines, or it having images, something. So basically, it will create the image first here. And if I can say, like, in the object-oriented programming language terminology, if you create this Docker, the images will be known as a class, and the containers will be known as an instance of your class. That's how it is going to work. So that means now I've created class here, that means image here, and you can go and see here in your running Docker desktop here, Docker desktop. If you look at here, Docker images, I've created sample API with 2 MB size here, and no containers right now because I not run this image. If you run this image, then you will get container, that is what the instance of your image, right? So now let me run this so that I will get my Docker, I think Docker run minus P, 8080 port. I'm mapping to my 80 port here, exposing, and this is what my image right now here with the latest tag. And you just press enter, then it will start running your image. Now it is running and it listening on 8080 port. Go and see here in the containers, you'll have it. This is what it is running here, and you go and see here like image history here. So what all the stuff it is being created and what is the size in the bytes, all the things you can look at here, and you can see your image ID so and so, and the created time and the size of stuff here you can see. So now I want to browse this. So go to your here and close this, http localhost 8080, and I think first we'll try weather forecast. Super, it is working from the image, and also like I wanted to see my locations. Super. So this is how the image was creating using, you know uh, using Docker desktop. And what I did was I just mentioned here these Docker file images here. First one was an SDK for .NET 6.0 SDK, and then I'm copying everything into my working directory. And then .NET Restore was mentioned here, the command to copy or restore distinct layers. And then I use publish command in the release mode, and then like again pull another image of ASP not runtime 6.0 framework, and then I ran my sample DLL. Please make sure that this sample API DLL must be generated before you run this Docker file. Okay, so this is all about now creating a Docker file and having it. You can see everything here. If you go and here stop this container, like I'm just, or you can go back here and let's create one more runtime and see like CLS and Docker images. Right now I have one image and Docker image ls. It is showing one image, and Docker ps. It's all telling about containers here. Right now it is running on this container. And now I'm going to stop my container, Docker stop, and you can say Docker ID here. It will stop your Docker container here, or else you go on right click here and you just remove this so that it will remove, and you go back here and you type docker ps. You will not get any id or entry here as you see in previous command. Now you see your docker images. Still I have a docker image here, and go back to your other terminal. Now you can see the service was stopped because you stopped your container. And you go and check this url. URL won't work because your Docker image is not running. It was stopped by you, right? Now, so coming here and Docker images, this also you can remove Docker RMI and you just specify the ID here. It will going to delete, and now you see nothing is there. You can use Docker container prune, that is for deleting all containers. And also if you want to remove system level containers or images, use system prone. This will remove all system level images, right? Now I don't have any images, right? And even I don't have any containers, right? And go and refresh here, no image, no containers. So this is how you are going to run a Docker image, a Docker file to create your API into Docker container or Docker image. So I hope you understand the creating of Docker image or deploying your .NET API using a Docker. And I wanted to demonstrate in the next session like how you are going to push this Docker image into your Docker Hub. So as you have a Docker Git hub for the source code, similarly we have a Docker hub. So where we have all public images, similar way I think how we are going to push our image into Docker hub. So thanks for listening to this video. Please subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.